Welcome. We are back here live on Twitch with some more Atlanta Braves baseball. We are back with some more Atlanta Braves baseball here on MLB The Show. We have an upcoming series with the Cleveland Guardians, and then we have a 3-game series with the Marlins coming up, and we're gonna look to get through those series here today. Like I said, we're gonna be looking to get through. So we've got game 1. We're looking at Bryce Elder to take the mound against Tanner Bibby. Game 2, it'll be Slade Cioni against Spencer Strider. And then in the final game of the series, it'll be Chris Sale and Gavin Williams. So we have the City Connect uniforms coming out today, and we are going to jump in and we're going to do a quick manage for that, and we're going to see where we're going to end up at. So here we go, play ball. Ow! Ow! You're out! Ow! So far, Guardians get on the board in the top of the 3rd inning. Travis Bazzana hits his 5th homer to right, and the Guardians are up 1-0 early. Ow! Braves answer, putting 2 runs on the board. Taking a 2-run lead as Drake Baldwin launches a 2-run homer to right, and the Braves have a 1-run lead going into the 4th inning. Ow! Guardians answer with 2 runs of their own in the top of the 4th. Atlanta answers with 2 of their own, as, let's see, for the Guardians it was CJ Kalufas who hit a 2-run homer, and then Atlanta answers back with Eli White crossing after a Matt Olson single, and then apparently the bases got loaded. Austin Riley got walked, and Mauricio Dubon decided to walk his ass home. So we are looking at 4-3 going into the 5th. Ow! Ow! You're out! Braves add 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th, push it to an 8-3 lead, as we will have to, well, we know Drake Baldwin hit a 2-run homer. He and Ronald Acuna came around to score. And then Austin Riley came in off of a double from Michael Harris. So that was the 3rd run. The 4th run, maybe we don't know, but we're in the 7th inning. It is 8-3. We're going to go ahead and jump in here as Bryce Elder is on the mound. He's put in 6 innings of work. He struck out 4, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs.
John Shabby alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody
Angel
out.
Martinez.
Angel Martinez getting ready to hit 1 for 2.
Is at the plate.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
That one to first, and it goes just
foul.
Low outside. On the ground, right
and
side.
another foul
and that's
ball.
just foul.
Circle change. Low outside.
On the ground. And foul ball.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 1-2.
Martinez putting up a fight.
And that skips in the
That
dirt.
one evens the count at
Sinker.
2.
Low outside.
Right side. Olsen
And that one
handles the
finally
chance.
hit on the
He'll do it
ground.
himself.
Olsen
And the
picks
leadoff
it
hitter
up.
set down to open the 7th.
And Martinez goes
And
down.
here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Damn. He's really been leaning on that sinker.
Here's the second baseman, Travis Bazzana. He's
Travis
already homered in this
Bazzana
game.
is
Seam
up.
fastball. High outside.
Foul ball
Fouled
there.
that one away.
Sinker. Middle outside.
And now the 0-1. Foul ball.
Out goes 0-2 to
Slider.
Bazzana.
Low inside.
Set down on
And
strikes.
he
picks
goes
up
down
his 5th strikeout.
looking,
on the
but
hill.
he's thinking,
Bazzana
no.
thought that one missed, and here comes
And
the
the call
challenge.
is uphill.
So the call will stand.
So Bazzana
So
goes
they'll
down
lose
on
their
strikes,
first
and they
challenge.
lose their first
2 down,
challenge.
bases empty. Stepping in, Daniel
Seam
Schneemann.
fastball. High middle.
He's got a rare skill set out there on the mound. Even when he's low on energy, his stuff still has bite to it. You just don't see it flattening out just because he's tired. He's still delivering good action.
Low inside.
And the 0-2.
And that
On
one
a line,
is hit
base
to the
hit.
middle.
So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
And Sheenman gets on base with a 2-out single.
Patrick Bailey
Patrick
digs in for the
Bailey
Guardians.
is up next.
Ball 1 there.
Bailey 1 for 2 with a single today.
Sinker. Low inside.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
And that one's fouled
Sinker.
off, even the
Low
count.
outside.
On the ground to
Bailey
third.
hits that on the ground to third. That's going to be the
Fires
final
first.
out as
And the
we
inning
move
is
to
over.
the bottom
Guardians lead
of the
1.
7th.
Can't chip away in
Braves.
an 8-3 deficit.
Braves leading the Guardians 8-3 here.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
Damn, Bibby only lasted 3 2/3 of an inning. Damn. Alright, so we are going to visit the bullpen. And we're gonna warm up. We're gonna warm up Robert Suarez and Dylan Lee. So Dubon is at the plate. Eric Zabrowski on the
And
mound.
first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Ground ball to
Hit
the middle.
back at
That's
the
a
middle.
base hit.
Dubon gets on with a
So a
single
runner aboard
to
to
lead
start
off
the
the
inning.
bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the Braves, first base.
Back to the top of the order now. Matt Olson up to the plate.
Olsen.
Matt Olson up.
Late
And
swing,
that one's
foul to the
fouled
left.
off. Olson 1 for 3 with an RBI single back in the 4th inning. As Dubon leads off first base. Zabrowski with the pitch.
Line
And
drive.
Olson lines it into left,
And
but
there's
it
one
gets
away.
caught for the first out as Dubon
Up
scampers
next for the
back to
Braves,
first base.
Designated hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
1 out man at first. Here's Acuna. On the ground to the
Hit on the
left.
ground to third.
Pizzata for one.
And
Double
they're going to
play.
get the double play.
What a
7
clean
innings
killing
in the
to end
books.
inning.
And it's
No runs,
still
1 hit, no errors, and no one
8-3
left.
here
8th
in
inning coming up.
Atlanta.
It's
As
the
the
Braves
Guardians
8
will
and the
come
Guardians
to
3.
the plate.
You're watching Atlanta Braves base. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Guardians have 2 more games here in Atlanta. They will head to St. Louis for 3 and then head home and start a series with the Orioles. That is their schedule for, well, from
Sinker.
Saturday to
Low
next
middle.
Friday.
Sinker. Low middle.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Circle change. Low outside.
Ball, that's off the plate.
33,090 is the
Slider.
attendance for today.
Middle outside.
Hit on the ground to short. Dubon.
One hit to Dubon. He throws
First
it to
out
Olsen,
in the top of
and
the
that's out number 1.
Up next for Cleveland.
Here's Jose
third
Ramirez.
baseman,
0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Ball, that's outside.
Sinker. Low inside. Slider.
The Braves
Middle
leading
inside.
by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 1-2. Up the middle,
One hit.
Dubon.
Dubon takes
To
the play.
first. 2 up, 2 down
And
here in the top of the
Ramirez
8th.
goes
We
down.
talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow,
Reese
really
Hoskins
impressive.
is up.
2 outs, base is
DH.
empty. And
0
here
for
is
3
Hoskins.
today.
0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Low outside. Slider.
Getting it
Low
done.
outside.
Out to short,
And that
and it's
one
through
gets
for a hit.
through.
And that keeps the inning
And
going.
we got a 2-out single by Hoskins.
Up next for Cleveland. Right fielder.
Chase
Sinker.
DeLauder digs into the Guardians.
Sinker. Middle outside.
That
And
one's
first
fouled
offering
off.
is fouled off.
He's
Circle
quickly
change.
adjusted to major
Low
league pitching,
outside.
and it looks
Circle
like he's
change.
only going to get
Low
better.
outside.
There's a reason he's rated so high as a prospect, and so far, he looks like he could be the real
Sinker.
deal.
Low outside.
Got him.
DeLauder goes down looking at strikes. Go to
It's
the
the
bottom of the
Braves
game.
8 and the
Braves
Guardians
ahead.
3.
8-3 is Atlanta is cruising, looking to take game 1 here.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th.
Hunter
Hunter
Gaddis
Gaddis.
is
I
coming
think it's
to
got
the
to be a little
plate.
tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so
Or
big
coming
on
to
the
the-
scoreboard.
coming to the mound,
Just
that's
doesn't have
right.
the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for
And
his
Drake
stats,
Baldwin is
obviously,
going to lead it
regardless of the
off.
score.
Baldwin 2 for 4 with 2 homers. He had a 2-run homer in the 3rd and reached on an error in the 4th, and then he had a 2-run homer in the 6th inning. Damn, that's that's a lot. Baldwin flew out. Riley hit the single. Harris follows up with a single of his own. Dominic Smith ends up hitting into a double play and kills the inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. We will be going
All
to
set
the
to start the
bullpen.
9th in this one.
As
Stepping up for the
Bryce
Guardians.
Elder is
CJ
pretty
Cavers.
much out of out of energy. And we will be going to the lefty, Dylan Lee.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher for the
Braves.
Braves.
Lee will
Dylan
be making his
He's
4th
making his
appearance.
4th
He
appearance
has 1
of the
home
season.
and 5 innings pitched with a 7.20 ERA, 21.7 on the strikeouts, 300 average against righties, 222 against lefties.
High inside. Four seam fastball.
And he
High
is
inside.
starting off with the lefty, so
Hey!
See a little bit, see a little lefty on lefty crime.
And he
That
grounds one
is
back
hit
up
to
the
short. Vaughn makes the throw to
Now one
Olson,
gone in the
and we've got our first out in the ninth inning.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder Angel Martinez.
Here's the center fielder, Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez
One for
is
three.
back up. He's 1 for 3.
High inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And Lee makes
And that's
the
in there at
pitch.
the
It's in
knees for a
strike.
Circle change. Low inside.
That's a strike.
Circle change. Low outside.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Four-seam
One
fastball.
down, base is empty here in the ninth. There's a swing and a
And
drive.
that one
Doesn't have
is
enough.
hit the right.
And foul as it bangs off
Ooh.
the fence.
Slayer.
It hit foul. I thought it was going to hit the.
Stays alive.
I thought it was going to hit the fence fair, and I was
He
going to
hasn't
have to play it
gotten
off
results
the
yet,
wall.
but he's got to feel pretty confident.
That
3
was,
foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Interesting.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The 0-2. Swings
And
and misses.
he goes down.
And the Guardians with 1 out left.
So the Guardians
Not sure
have
that was
1
the
out
exact
left here in
location the
game
pitcher
1.
wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss,
As-
and I'm sure a bit
Up
of sigh
next
of
for
relief after
Cleveland,
seeing that one go through the
second
zone.
baseman, Travis
So it's their
Bazzana.
last
Travis
chance in this
Bazzana
one.
comes
At the
to
plate,
plate.
Travis Bazzana. He's
Low
already
middle.
homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Fouled off.
Slider. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on.
And that
on the
one's
ground
hit
is
to second.
second.
Bazzana is going to ground out, and game 1 goes to the Braves
Series opener here at home.
as they win this
Season
one
ticket holder, you just come
8-3.
to a couple of games a year to see your team win at home. There's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
Alright, so game 1 goes to the Braves, 8-3. Drake Baldwin was named player of the game. He went 2 for 5, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. For the Guardians, Angel Martinez had a double. Bazzana and CJ Calufas each had a homer. Calufas had 2 RBIs, Bazzana had 1. And Calufas grounded into a double play. Bazzana committed a fielding error, and Bibby had a wild pitch. Bibby lasted 3 2/3. He gave up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 3 Ks. Tim Herron lasted an inning and a third. He gave up a walk and a K. Logan Allen lasted a third of an inning as he gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, and a walk. And then Eric Zambrowski lasted an inning and 2/3. He gave up 2 hits and a K. Hunter Gaddis came in, pitched the last inning. He gave up 2 hits. For the Braves, Eli White, Michael Harris, and Ronald Acuna each had a double. Drake Baldwin had 2 RBIs. 2 homers, I'm sorry. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Ozzie Albies, and Michael Harris each had an RBI. Drake Baldwin had 4. Mauricio Dubon was hit by a pitch. Ronald Acuna grounded into a double play. Elder went 8, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 6 Ks. Dylan Lee comes in, pitches the final inning. He gets a K. And that is how game 1 goes down here in Atlanta. Game number 2. Well, that's cool. cool. So it changes when they do the game number 2. It'll be Slade Sione against Spencer Strider. And we're gonna do a player lock for this game, and we are going to, let's see, we're gonna follow Mauricio Dubon. So we're gonna do a player lock for this game. We're gonna follow Mauricio Dubon. Spencer Strider takes the mound for the Braves in this game.
About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance.
All right, we're going to get ready to drop in here for game number 2.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Oh. Okay, so we're wearing the City Connect uniforms
Getting
again.
the nod on the mound, Spencer Strider. Singy, he was impressive his last time out.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have...
End up giving up our first run as Jose Ramirez gets a double, and then Kyle Manzardo doubled him in. We got Reese Hoskins at the plate as...
And here is Hoskins.
We've got a runner at second.
He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we see more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting...
Out on the off-balance throw.
And Dubon makes the throw. Hoskins goes down for out number 2.
3, you're out. 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 3. 3. Out. Out. 3. Out. Ball 4. Take the base. 3.
So Dubon will lead off the bottom of the 3rd against Slade Sione.
Back at Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon.
Dubon, a 2-time Gold Glover, won last year in 23. He's going to hit this one to short. Quick dive, and Dubon got taken out by a step. First out, and Dubon goes down.
That was an impressive
That was a quick one. Nice dive there by the shortstop.
Yeah, Boog, a really good effort just
Guardians,
to get his glove to the ball.
That was Daniel Sheeman.
Just produces strong
good throw
as well. So that
damn
right there is
good
a great
throw.
play all the way around.
Here we go. Acuna ties it up with a solo homer.
You're out. 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 You're out. Ball 4. Take your base. Out. Out.
So we got 1 out. Ozzie Albies at first as Dubon will come to the plate to face the
go-ahead run on base.
Second time.
Mauricio Dubon getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time up.
Dubon's going to hit this one in the left for a single as Albies moves up to second. We got 2 runners on, 1 out, and we're going back to the top of the order with Matt
A chance
Olson.
now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now.
Olson 0 for 2
wants
so
to stay out
far
of the double
today.
play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The 1-2. Out towards right center field.
And that one
Base
is...
hit. And they stop him at third. So
We got bases loaded,
One away.
as that was a bloop single for Olson. And Slade Sione is in a bit of trouble. 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th as Ronald Acuna is coming to the plate. He hit a homer in his last appearance, tying the game at current score. We are at 1-1.
On the ground to third.
And on the ground to third, Throws offline. Alves comes across the score, and the Braves take the lead 2-1 thanks to a Ronald Acuna RBI.
All loaded up. Drake
Baldwin is up next. He's 1 for 2 with a double.
It's kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher.
Baldwin has a 3-0 count.
Stay square to the plate.
And we're looking at
the ball over the shortstop
possibility of maybe getting a draw and a walk. And Sione walks in. Duvon. Braves take a 3-0 lead. Bases are still loaded with 1 out. And they get out of it with a fielder's choice and a ground out. Braves have a 3-1 lead. Nope, never mind. It's 3-3 now. As 2 more runs come across. And it is now the bottom of the 7th inning. Logan Allen will face Mauricio Dubon.
Taking a look at our game summer.
Sione lasted 4 1/3. Spencer Strider has made it through 6 innings. As Mauricio Dubon will face the lefty Logan Allen. And Duvon hits this one through the infield, gets a leadoff single, and he leads it off with a single as Matt Olson will come to the
He didn't
plate.
spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Back to the top of the order now.
Matt Olson coming to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a single.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one in the dirt.
In the dirt.
Doesn't get
Now
away.
a ball and 2
So
strikes.
Duvon goes back to first. That one's hit on the ground.
Schneemann flips it, but he's in there easily.
No double play as the throw was a little too high.
First
And
and
we've got
second.
runners at
No
first and
outs.
second.
Ronald Acuna
Acuna
Jr.
at the
next up
plate.
for the Braves. Swung on, popped up on the infield.
Popped up into the
Fly
infield.
called there.
And Acuna is going to pop out. And that's going to be out number 1.
First and second, 1 out. Drake Baldwin digs in now.
Drake Baldwin is up.
Such a
He
good
is
hitter
1
with
for
runners
2.
in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in.
And that one's hit on the
Yeah.
ground.
For one, on to
And the
first
double play is going to kill that one as we get through 7.
There's the second baseman.
And the
Turns
game
double
is
play.
tied at 3.
Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
So it's the bottom of the 9th inning. Matt Festa is on the mound. Mauricio Dubon represents the final out here in the bottom of the 9th with the possibility of going
So
to
2
extras.
down, now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
Dubon 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Festa looking to get out of this inning and force
Out towards right
extras,
center
and that's
field.
what's going to happen.
Oh, hit
No!
right side.
Dubon gets on with a single as it goes over the right fielder's head, and they're going to call an error.
It's that it didn't turn out to be more
Matt
than just
Olson
a one-base error.
will come to
Could've
the
been a lot
plate
worse for
with
sure.
2 outs and the winning run at first. Oh, wow, that was
Back to the top of the order. And next for Atlanta, Matt Olson.
Olson 1 for 4 with a single.
Olsen trying to send this extra innings.
And Olsen goes down looking.
That's the third
and we're
out,
going to go to
and
extras.
We're headed to extras.
Oh, this guy competes hard.
And
We see
Atlanta
the
is
emotion
looking,
there. I love it.
Trying to
Great
get
job
win,
of getting out of the
trying to get
jam.
his second win here. The Guardians looking to try to even the series at a game apiece as we go to extra innings here in Atlanta.
3, you're out. Out, out, you're out. Ball 4, take your base. Out.
And the Guardians take the lead in extras. They end up winning it 5-3 as the bullpen just gave it up. Cleveland even the series at a game apiece here after this extra inning win.
For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Sean Armstrong gets the win. Ian Hamilton takes the loss. Cade Smith gets his 4th save on the year. Series is tied at a game apiece. Stephen Kwan was named player of the game. He went 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 RBIs. For the Guardians, Jose Ramirez, Kyle Manzardo, and Brian Rucchio each had a double. Kwan had the homer, 2 RBIs. Manzardo had 2. Hoskins had a 1. Manzardo had a sac fly. Ramirez committed 2 errors. DeLauder committed 1. Kwan did steal the bag. Slade Cioni lasted 4 1/3. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. 2 of them were earned and a strikeout. Tim Herron, 2/3 of an inning, a walk and a K. Logan Allen goes 3 innings. He gives up a hit, strikes out 3. Matt Feston, inning and 2/3. He gets a K. Armstrong, 1/3 of an inning. He gets a walk, but he picks up the win. Cade Smith pitches the final inning. He gets 1 K. For the Braves, Drake Baldwin got a double. Acuna with a homer. 2 RBIs for Acuna, 1 for Baldwin. Baldwin grounded into a double play. Strider lasted 6 innings. He gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 5 walks, 7 Ks. Tyler Kinley blows the save, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, no Ks. Robert Suarez, inning and 1/3, he gives up a hit, he gets a K. Raisel Iglesias, an inning and 2/3, a hit, 2 strikeouts. Ian Hamilton takes the loss. He goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs. And then Harrison Waldrop pitches 1/3 of an inning. He gives up a hit, but that's it. So Ian Hamilton and Tyler Kinley are pretty much the reasons why we ended up losing this game. As the bullpen is going to become an issue, and I think we're going to be we're definitely going to be looking for some bullpen help at this rate. So we are tied at the series, 1 game apiece. We will be looking forward to the swing game here. We're looking forward to the swing game here in Atlanta. It will be Chris Sale versus Gavin Williams. Scouting is going decent. The scouts are scouting Philip Yin. Right now we have 38% scouting progression. And then we've got another scout looking at shortstops on the East Coast. And apparently he has found 12. And we have another one looking at outfielders on the West Coast. So, as far as positional needs, I would say right now I'd say left field and shortstop. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this final game. It'll be Chris Sale and Evan Williams. We'll do another quick manage scenario. As I guess we're breaking up the City Connect for this series, which I'm not mad. I like the City Connect uniforms. And Ozzy Albies will be taking the day off as Ha-Seong Kim will come in and play for him. And then I guess we're going to put Jorge Mateo in the lineup as well. So, okay. All right, so here we go. Final game here in Atlanta between the Guardians and the Braves.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Guardians take a 1-0 lead as Angel Martinez hit a homer to center.
You're out. Ow. Ow. You're out. Ow.
Braves answer with 3 in the bottom of the 4th as Dominic Smith, Ha-Seong Kim, and somebody else come across the score. Martin Perez is in the bullpen. That does not look good. So let's see. Sale lasted 2 1/3 innings. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run. That's not looking good. It's got me wondering what happened. So we're looking at a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ow. You're out. Ow. Ow.
Perez holding his own in an impromptu weird start, I guess, as Sale didn't last long.
You're out. Ow.
Gave up a run, pushed it to 3-2 into the bottom of the 8th inning as Jose Ramirez came around to score on an Angel Martinez single to left. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Michael Harris, Dominic Smith, and Ha-Seong Kim.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Harris takes a walk.
Ow.
Smith flew out.
That's ball 4.
Kim walks, 2 runners on, 1 out. Eli White at the plate.
You're out.
He flies out, and then Jorge Mateo is the final man up. And he hits a 3-run homer, pushes it to 6-2 as Jorge Mateo coming out and providing some power that, frankly, I don't think we really knew he had.
Now pitching.
And Sean Armstrong's going to come in and pitch to Matt Olson.
Ow.
He's going to fly out. Martin Perez will take the ball in the top of the 9th inning. He will face Bazana, Sheeman, and Bailey.
Ow.
As Bazana grounds out,
Ow.
Sheeman does the same. Bailey keeps it going with a single as Reese Hoskins comes to the plate. And Perez gets the ground out. Braves take the final game and take the series 2-1 as they beat the Guardians 6-2. Jorge Mateo named player of the game as he went 1 for 3 with that 3-run homer. He had 4 RBIs of his own. Martin Perez picks up the win. Gavin Williams the loss. For the Guardians, Ramirez had a double. Martinez had a homer. He had 2 RBIs. Zana had a sac hit. Patrick Bailey grounded into a double play. Williams had a wild pitch. He lasted 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, all 3 runs. 3 runs. 4 walks and a K. Tim Herron lasted an inning. Hunter Gaddis, an inning and 2/3. He gave up a hit, but he got 2 Ks. Eric Zambrowski, an inning. He gave up 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 walks. And then Sean Armstrong, a third of an inning. And for the Braves, Ronald Acuna had a double. Jorge Mateo had the homer. Acuna had had 2 RBIs. Mateo had 4. He also had a sac fly. Olsen and Ha-Seong Kim committed fielding errors. Martin Perez had 2 wild pitches. Sale lasted 2 1/3 innings. He had 1 hit, 1 run. Perez lasted 6 2/3. He gave up 5 hits, 1 run, walked 3, and struck out 4. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to wonder if Chris Sale is injured or not, because that would be about the only explanation I have, and I believe that is going to be the case. So Sale suffered from shoulder tightness. So yeah, that would explain that one. As we get ready to move on into the next series against the Marlins, as we took 2 of 3 from Cleveland. Game 1, Sandy Alcantara versus Ronaldo Lopez. Game 2, Harrison Waldrop. He will be coming. Looks like he will be coming back into the rotation. Let's see. They're moving Strider back into the bullpen. I'm not a big fan of that. If I was going to put anything, I'd probably put Waldrop back in the pen. I let Strider pitch. I'm actually going to move Strider down. I think we'll let Holmes pitch that game. Not big on Waldrop right now. Alright, so for this series, it's going to be Lopez versus Alcantara, Holmes versus Braxton Garrett, and then we're going to do Spencer Strider versus Max Mayer. And then we're going to have a day off before we hit the road and head to Philly and Washington. All right, so we are sitting in first place at 8-8 right now. The Marlins are 6-10. Alcantara versus Lopez. We're going to do another player lock episode, and we are going to follow. You know what? We're going to follow Ozzy Albies at second. So we've got Alcantara versus Ronaldo Lopez. We are going to be following Ozzy Albies for this game.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Biggest storyline coming into this one is how effective this team's starting rotation has been of late. They've been on an absolute tear, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, they've been lights out. It's almost like each starter's trying to outdo the last. Game after game, they're keeping opposing hitters just guessing up there at the dish. Can't wait to see if that momentum carries over to today.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. And now here's the starter for Atlanta, Ronaldo Lopez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound.
3, 3, 3, out. Ball 4, take your base. Out.
We gave up 2 runs. So we've given up 2 runs. We are now on the top of the second. Xavier Edwards is at the plate. Christopher Morel is at second, and it looks like we're
So
going to
runner
have
at second,
a
2 down.
defensive play
Xavier
here for
Edwards gets a
Ozzy
chance to
Albies.
hit here.
Edwards.
Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle. Throws to first in
And
time.
that will be
and that is
final
that.
out.
But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Down to the bottom of the second.
The Marlins
it's the
take
Marlins
a
2
early
and the
2-0
Braves
lead.
nothing. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show.
So we've got Austin Riley at first. Got 2 outs as Ozzy Albies will be making his first
Runner at
appearance
first
on
and
the
2 away. Ozzy
at the
Albies
plate.
up to the plate.
against Sandy Alcantara.
Ground ball to the middle.
Albies
That's
hits
a
this
base
one
hit.
through the middle. And we got runners at first and second with 2 outs.
They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Wastes no time there.
Albies
To me,
the
it's
first,
just a really
Eli
controlled,
White.
balanced swing. He wasn't
Austin-
trying to do too much
Austin,
with it.
I'm
Just
sorry,
stayed
Austin Riley
disciplined,
the
got the
second.
barrel to the ball, and put
Eli
it in play.
White is at the plate. 1-2 count, 2 outs.
1-2 now. This one in the air
And
right field.
that one is gonna be
Base
hit.
into the outfield.
And it's
Here
gonna
comes the
drop.
throw. Now a dive for the tag.
Oh,
and he gets it.
damn it.
don't
They
come much
get the
closer
runner
than
at the
that.
plate.
Bang, bang play to end the inning.
Well, it's pretty difficult to throw a base runner out at the plate with 2 outs on a base hit to the outfield, but an excellent job of coming up with it, getting rid
Very
of it
good
quickly,
throw.
and throwing on the money.
And-
That
oh
is
my
great technique
God.
from start to finish. Nice job.
Yeah,
being
he
there.
had him because that throw was up the line, and the fact he was able to do that.
You're out. 3.
Damn.
Out. 3. Out. Out. 3. Out. 3. You're out. Out. 3. Out.
Marlins are up 3-0 as they added a run in the 5th. And Albies will lead off the bottom of the 5th against Sandy Alcantara.
Welcome back. Last
Leading
series, the
off for the
pitching
Braves.
was not
Second
good as we
baseman,
take a check of the numbers.
Albies.
You know, these Braves need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with
Dodgers
some
are
authority, but it's just not happening
down.
for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for
That
them to
one
get
is
anything
hit
going.
into short
Edwards,
right.
Under it.
Edwards is going to
And
make
there's
the
one
play, and that is
one
gonna
place to
be
start in
out
terms of
number
turning
one.
the offense.
Out. Out. You're out. Out. 3. 3. That's ball 4. Out. Ball 4. Take your base. Out. 3.
We got 1 out. Dominic Smith at first as Albies comes to the plate in the bottom of the
1
7th.
down.
Up next
Ozzy
for the
Albies.
Braves.
Next up for the
Alcantara
Braves.
just
1-2.
cruising
Albies.
as he has a 4-run lead to work with.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that
Albies,
gap, but, you know, at the very
16
least, if you
for
could find a way to
42
manufacture
against
that run from first, it feels like
Alcantara,
it's
so
really
he's
important
gonna
at
hit
getting
that one
back
a
into this ballgame.
second.
They put the tag on him, but
And-
safe at first. It's a fielder's choice.
They got Dominic Smith, but they couldn't get Albies, so the 7th will continue as Eli White
So
will
2
come
down.
to the mound.
Here's the left fielder, Eli White. Here's a 1-2. Albies on the move. Grounds one to
Albies
short.
on the move.
Whips it to first on the run. And they get the
Ah,
out.
7 in the books.
Still in total command on the mound with
Marlins
7
holding
shutout
on
innings.
4-0.
You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the show.
3. Out. You're out. 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 You're out.
They put up 2 more runs in the 9th.
Out. Out.
And this will be Albies' last at bat. Robbie Snelling has Dominic Smith at first. Albies coming to the plate,
Man at first.
representing the
So
last
now to the
out
plate for
here
Atlanta,
in the bottom of
Ozzie
the
Albies.
ninth.
1 for
The
3.
Marlins are, they've got the Braves in a chokehold here.
Fouled off
that
left
one
side.
fouled off. Robbie Snelling throws 4 pitches. Good mix of shit.
And that one
That
foul.
one's fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. Looking like we're down to the last strikeout.
1 strike away.
And
Gets
another
a piece, and it stays 0-2.
ball, so
Smith off the first with 2 away.
Albies hits that one up the middle, and they can't play it.
And that leaves them with runners at first and second.
We got 2 guys on, 2 outs. Back.
Try to do too much with it, just to
up
really
to
control
Eli
simple
White.
swing. We don't see a whole lot of that
1
these
for
days.
3.
Hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
2 on, 2 outs.
Now White
Swing and a ball popped in the air.
popped this one up too short, and that is going to represent
And
the
he's
final
got it.
out.
Ball game.
As the Marlins
And the
take game 1,
of the series on the road.
6-0, as Sandy Alcantara
away from your family, but when
had
you can win,
one hell of
silence
a
that opposing
outing
crowd,
today,
it makes things
as
just a
he
little bit better,
basically put
makes the
the
road trip just a
Braves
little bit shorter.
6-0
on
is how
lockdown.
this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
So Alcantara was named player of the game. He went. We're going to get into that. So Jacob Maurice had a double. Javier Sano had a homer. Kyle Stowers had one of his own. Xavier Edwards, Graham Pauley, Javier Sanoa, and Christopher Rell each had an RBI. Kyle Stowers had 2. Graham Pauley had a sac fly. Humberto Hernandez grounded into a double play. Christopher Morel had a stolen base. Alcantara goes 8, gives up 7 hits, and strikes out 8. Robbie Snelling pitches 1 inning, gives up 2 hits. And for the Braves, Matt Olson and Mauricio Dubon each had a double. Dominic Smith committed a fielding error. Ronaldo Lopez lasted 4 innings. He gives up 6, 3 runs, a walk, and 4 Ks. Ian Hamilton, an inning and a third, gives up a hit, gets a K. Harrison Waldrop, 2 2/3. He gives up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Joey Wentz, 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a hit, a walk, and 2 Ks. We're gonna definitely be looking to make some changes to the bullpen, especially with Harrison Waldrop. This is ridiculous. So game 1 of the series goes to the Marlins as they pick up the victory 6-0. Honestly, there was little to no doubt that this game was going to get ugly, and it did. Grant Holmes against Braxton Garrett for game 2. And then in game 3, Max Mayer and Spencer Strider. We're going to jump in. We're going to do quick manage for game number 2. Okay, we're going to give Michael Harris a day off. And Baldwin is going to get a day off. Alright, so here we go. Game number 2.
Ow! 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 You're out! Ow!
Braves get on the board in the bottom of the 5th inning as Ronald Acuna comes around to score off a Mike Yastrzemski double to right. And we promptly give up 5 runs in the top of the 6th inning as Xavier Edwards came around to score. And then Graham Pauley ends up hitting a 3-run homer as he got Agustin Ramirez, Connor Norby come around, and then Javier Sanoa also scored. So it's 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And we're going to make a pitching change. Dylan Lee is going to come in and pitch.
Number 52, Dylan.
You're out.
Lee.
Out. Save.
Another game spoiled, squandered by the pitching.
Now pitching for Miami, number 26, Jansen Junk.
Jansen Junk is going to come in. He'll face Acuna, Murphy, and Riley.
Out.
Riley hits a single. Yastrzemski is up. He's 3 for 4 today. And he ends up flying out. Marlins take game 2, 5-1. Graham Pauley was named player of the game. He went 2 for 4 with a homer, 3 RBIs. Robbie Snelling gets the victory. Grant Holmes the loss. Braxton Garrett went 4 1/3. He gave up 8 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and a K. Snelling goes an inning and a third. He gives up a hit, strikeout. Andrew Nardi goes 2/3 of an inning. He gives up 2 hits and a walk. Cade Gibson goes an inning and a third. He gives up a walk, and then Jensen Junk goes an inning. He gives up a hit. For the Braves, Grant Holmes goes 6. He gives up 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. Dylan Lee comes in, pitches 3 innings, gives up 3 hits, gets 5 Ks. Braves drop game 2. We're going to hope to not get swept as Spencer Strider will take the mound against Max Mayer in game number 3. As now both teams are sitting at 8 and 10. This is the ugliest division that, oh my God. The Phillies are in first place at 8 and 9. The Marlins and the Braves are 8 and 10. They're a half game. This is just, this isn't, oh my God, this isn't baseball. Damn. All right, game number 3. What do we got here? Hang on. Oh, it's going to be Jackie Robertson Day. Oh boy. Yes. As we will hit the mound. Eli White is going to take a day off. Yastrzemski is going to come in and play left. And, all right, Mauricio Dubon is going to be out. Hassan Kim is going to come in and play short. So, final game of the series, Braves going to be looking to avoid getting swept as Spencer Strider takes the mound.
Out. You're out. 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 You're out. 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 You're out.
Marlins take a 2-0 lead in the top of the 6th inning.
Out.
As Graham Pauley and Otto Lopez came around to score. We're going to end up having to visit the bullpen. We're going to bring Jerry
Now pitching for
Wentz.
the Braves, number 42, Joey Wentz.
Out. Out.
We add 2 in the bottom of the 7th, tying the game at 2 as Dominic Smith and Ozzie Albies came around to score. So we've got new life going into the 8th inning as Joey Wentz is on the mound, and let's see how it goes. Graham Polly is going to lead it off.
Pinch hitting for the Marlins.
Never
number
mind.
42,
Griffin Conine is going to lead it. Excuse me. Is going to lead it off. He struck out. Ruiz.
You're out.
He flew out. Edwards grounds out, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Anthony Bender will face Drake Baldwin, Austin Riley, and Michael Harris.
Now pitching for Miami.
Never mind,
number
Calvin.
42, Calvin Fauché.
Calvin Fauché will actually be facing Baldwin, Riley, and Harris.
This change for the Marlins. Now playing third base, number 42, Javier Sanoja.
All right. Interesting.
Out.
Baldwin grounded out.
You're out.
Riley does the same.
Out.
Harris pops out. We go into the 9th. Kyle Stowers, Jacob Marizzi, and we're just going to enter the 9th. Let's see how this goes. So we got a tie scorer in the top of the 9th. Joey
Welcome
Wentz
in, John
is
Sciambi, Chris Singleton.
on the
Late
mound.
stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th.
Low outside.
Let's see how this goes.
Stowers leading things
In
off
for
and
a
takes
strike.
a strike.
Not what he's looking for there, the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And that drops in for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
This one in the air,
And that
center
one hits
field.
center. It's going to
Misses
drop.
the ball, and it falls
And
in. So the go-ahead run
Stowers
is
gets
base
on
for the
with
Dynamos.
a
Always
single.
feels amazing getting the
Drops
job
in front
done
of
when a
Harris.
team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Cutter. Middle outside.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Slider. Low outside.
Swings and misses.
Maurice
And
goes
it's out. 1-2.
1-2. And that
Base hit.
one is hitting the gap.
Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they're
Stowers
at the
is
corners
at
with
third,
nobody out.
and we got runners at the corners with nobody
Great
out.
recovery in this one. Early in the count, he
Marlins
looked
looking
lost, but
to-
finished strong. with a
Looking
nice
like they
line
may
drive.
take the lead here.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Heriberto Hernandez.
Heriberto Hernandez comes up.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
No, he's out.
All right, so we got runners at second and third with one out.
Go-ahead run is at third.
Connor Norby, who's
The
0
next
for
up for the
4.
Marlins. Golden opportunity right here. Sliced hard but foul.
Fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
2 on, 1 out. And that one fouled off.
Quickly fall behind 0 and 2.
Low outside.
No, we're going to throw a slider.
Cutter. Low inside.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Kim.
Kim coming in to play this, and that's going to be out number 2. As
That's a
Norby
frustrating at bat right
goes
there.
down with
Big
the pop-up.
opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
Overhand curve.
Go-ahead run on base. Liam Hicks digs in now. Swing and a
Hicks,
ground ball.
it's just to Kim at short. Throw to Olsen, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Braves with a chance to walk it off.
Get him home. 6, 7, 8
And
scheduled
Joey
to start the
Wentz
bottom of the 9th. The
comes
Marlins
out
lead this one 2-2.
and puts a 0 on the
Now as they
board.
hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth.
Andrew
And they
Nardi
felt it was time to
comes
bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with a lefty hitter coming up.
comes to the
I think
mound.
it's a good move. I know
And
I
Dominic
never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Dominic Smith is going to lead it off. It'll be Smith, Albies, and Yastrzemski. Shit, I'm sorry. Smith grounds out. Albies flies out. Yastrzemski hits a single, keeps it going as Hassan Kim comes to the plate.
That's ball 4.
Kim takes a walk. We got 2 guys on. Matt Olson at the dish. And he's going to fly out. And we're going to go to extras as Liam Hicks is going to be on second. Otto Lopez is going to be at the plate. And we're going to jump in here.
Back at Truist Park. On to extra innings.
Going to
Otto
extras.
Lopez getting ready to hit. That one finds the
Lopez
zone.
takes a strike.
Strike one.
That's a ball.
Overhand curve. Low outside.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
This is smacked.
That one
left field
is
line.
hit in the corner.
And it goes just
Woo.
foul.
Thank God it went foul.
Man at second. Out towards right center
Oh my
field.
God, that's gonna be a blue
Albies
pit.
should have this one. Base hit around third. Fires to the plate. He will
And the
score.
run
They
is going to
take
score
the
on the
lead.
blue
3-2.
single.
Well, they didn't waste any time as they
As-
knock on the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and
Damn.
how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
No outs, runner at first. And now, Javier Sanoja taking his first at bat here in extra innings after coming in on defense. Wentz
Damn.
checks over to first, and he's back.
Oh my God.
Pulls that one foul.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Now a rip into left
And this
center.
one hit into the
Harris
left center
racing
gap,
after
but
it.
Harris-
Can't get there.
Really?
Should be extra bases. Lopez around third. Now a relay to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in.
Wow.
And they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull
Oh
side
my
right there, but he
God.
didn't spin off of it. That's the key.
Yeah,
You still
got to
have
be
to extend
kidding
through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here comes the manager out of
Jesus Christ.
new pitcher for the Braves, Ian Hamilton.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Ball.
Slider. Middle outside.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Sinker. Low inside.
Now all even up. And there's a ball.
Good God.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the top half of the 10th. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walked not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Back to the top of the order. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here.
Sinker. Low middle.
Now fly ball to right center. Harris on the move. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Up next for the Marlins.
Down the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers.
Low inside.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Slider. Middle outside.
2 on, 1 out.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
Sinker. Low outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Slider. Low inside.
Here's a 2-2. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Sinker. Low inside.
Line drive out towards left field. That's a base
Oh, good
hit.
God.
One run across. Coming home. In to score from first.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters.
Sinker.
Oh my God, this is just horrible. I gave up. I gave up 4 fucking runs. That
Well,
was
this is a
just
big
horrible.
win on the road and going extras into 10.
Oh my
so hard to
God.
pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything
So we get
down.
swept by
Keeps
the
the
Marlins.
adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out
I
of here
blew
happy.
that next
6-3 our
week.
final score. And the road team picks
Andrew
up the
Nardi
win and
picks up
picks
the
up
win.
a sweep. For Chris
Wentz
Singleton and
gets
our entire
lost.
outstanding
Fairbanks
crew here at
gets his
MLB The
third
Show, I'm
save.
John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Marlins sweep the Braves 6-3, and I got nothing. I got nothing. That was horrible. That extra innings was horrible. What in the hell was I thinking? Good God. Kyle Stowers was named player of the game. He went 3 for 4 with a triple and 3 RBIs. Yeah, this was just bad. Max Mayer lasted 6 1/3. He gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Anthony Bender got tagged with a blown save. He lasted 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a hit. I don't know. I don't get it, but okay, whatever. Calvin Fauché goes an inning. He gets nothing, gives up nothing. Andrew Nardi picks up the win. He goes an inning, 2 hits, a run, a walk, and then Peter Fairbanks goes an inning. He gets a K. And for the Braves, Spencer Strider went 6. He gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 6 Ks. Joey Wentz goes 3 innings, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 strikeouts. In Hamilton, 1 inning, a hit, a run, a walk. And again, the Braves bullpen just lets it go. Final score 6-3 as the Braves get swept by the Marlins. Not a good start. All right, so unfortunately, the homestand did not go our way as we only won 2 of the 6 games, and we are gonna have an off day before we head to Philly, and then play 4 in Washington. And we will see Aaron Nola, Andrew Painter, and Zach Wheeler for the Phillies. That will be the series. And yeah, it should be fun. We got some work to do. I got to do some work on that bullpen because we should not be sitting at 8-11 right now. If anything, our record should be reversed. We should be 11-8, but this is something else. But all right, so I will see you guys either tomorrow or Sunday. Just depends on how I feel coming into Saturday after working tomorrow, after working later tonight. It'll either be tomorrow or Sunday, and we'll see what we can do about trying to fix this bullpen and try to get things back on track for the Braves. So we'll be back, and I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great day.